firm that helps organizations use technology to advance their learning and training goals. They're an industry leader in delivering web and mobile-based training, education, and information solutions to customers around the world. Claire Schneeberger founded Monarch Media in 1997 with a vision to empower people through the possibilities of online education. She is currently the Director of Learning Strategy. How are you doing today, Claire?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Sarah.
Great. So, you're the first person we've been talking to in our 5 and 5 series. We thought it would be interesting to talk to you since you've been doing remote education before probably a lot of people knew what it was. So what was your role at Monarch Media before the coronavirus pandemic? And how has it shifted since it began?
Well, as you mentioned, I'm the Director of Learning Strategy with Monarch Media now. And so what I'm doing is the same as before, though I would say with the pandemic and the changes that have happened over the last month, I've definitely been pulled into a company-wide task force to make sure we know everything that's happening with regard to the CARES Act and how that impacts us as a small business. So yeah, there have been a few extra things coming up for sure.
Okay, thank you. And over the past month, so the number of people learning remotely has skyrocketed because of shelter in place and all the schools closing and so on. So as a leading provider of digital learning services, how's the focus of Monarch Media's work changed in responding to the increased number of people learning from home?
Well, it's interesting, that's what we do is help organizations design and deliver online learning. What I see happening in the faculty that I work with these days, in terms of everyone moving and shifting online in just a matter of days, is really more about remote learning and people trying to just do what they were doing previously, but get somehow everybody to do that remotely. And so I think it's more reactive than proactive at this stage. And that'll be kind of the next phase of thinking more strategically about how we use the online tools and do that kind of learning.
All right. So I was looking at all the services that you offer. Monarch Media offers various consulting services like curriculum, learning management, website planning, interactive content, assessments, mobile apps, and strategic content. So which of these have increased the most in demand over the last few months?
There's really about two areas I would say that are the big focus. One of them is in platform and delivery. So for example, one of the organizations that we're working with does a lot of in-person training nationwide, and they had just begun moving things online and having an online e-learning strategy to complement their face-to-face. As you can imagine now, 100% of their attention is on remote learning and figuring out the platforms and how they're going to deliver and continue to offer what they do in an online environment. And then probably the second area where we're seeing demand is in curriculum development and organizations that are really investing in how to flip the classroom and do something innovative and as effective as can be in an online environment.
Great. All right. And then how do you see the future of digital learning changing and growing over the next few years?
With the current pandemic situation, I think there's kind of going to be two ways that things are going to have to change. One is that individuals are going to have to master the tools of the technology and also the skills of being a self-directed learner to a much greater extent. So people are going to be challenged to develop some new skills to be really effective learners in the online environment. And I think parallel to that, the technology is going to have to also grow to facilitate more collaboration and connect people more easily than what we have today.
Great answer. And because I'm really interested how this will change things in the future coming up, like for good, and then continue to evolve.
It's really kind of uncertain how we're going to come back from this and how large groups what size groups will be allowed to come together. So I think, in addition to fully live and fully online, there may be blended solutions where some things are done in small groups, then some things are done online. So it's a wide open environment right now.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, for one last thing, can you tell me something about Monarch Media's work or members of your team during this pandemic that makes you proud of your company?
Yeah. Definitely, I think the biggest change, while a majority of our company already worked remotely, the change of having people with families at home and suddenly becoming homeschoolers has really impacted individuals within our team. And I was really pleased some of our group organized a Bring Your Kid to Work meeting where everybody brought their kids into the Zoom and they got to see each other, and for us to just be a really family-friendly workplace, especially right now, is so important. And it's really nice to see everybody coming together and supporting each other.
That's amazing. That must have felt, as a working mom, I can say that would really help make you feel welcome at a company for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
So kudos to that. All right, Claire. Well, thank you so much for your time, and hope to talk to you again soon. This interview is going to be posted as well at Santa Cruz Tech Beat. For more Santa Cruz Tech and Monterey Bay news, you can visit us at www.santacruztechbeat.com, and you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Is there anywhere you'd like people to look up? Anything you would like to mention for where you are going to be?
You'll find us on monarchmedia.com.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thanks. You too.